Welcome to another episode of Hair Biz Radio with your host Zakiyrah and
Mikey.
And today we have a special guest. Her name is Tiffany Rowland. She is the co-owner of EdgifiHER. EdgifiHER, right?
EdgifiHER.
EdgifiHER. Okay, and it's so cute. Okay, I'm just gonna see if you guys can get this right here. But it's a brush, okay? For people like me who have nappy edges, you can't really tell right now because they're a little slick, but you use this brush to kind of get your baby hair together. Okay, so I love it. I love it. I love it. Before we jump into our guest for the day, Mikey, what's been going on? Last week we had Erica on for Bronner Brothers. It was a great episode. We talked about us going down to New Orleans in August for the Bronner Brothers hair show. What else is happening?
I'm trying this Bubbly. Have you ever seen this sparkling water?
I think I have.
The mango. And I took the first sip and I was like, oh my God, this was
You always drink something.
I know. It's always something different, right? But this one with tequila would be killer.
Is there any sugar in there?
No sugar. I maybe have a can for you on the way out. We'll see. We'll see how this episode goes. You know, Dawi downstairs, he has all you can drink Bubbly, but he doesn't like Bubbly. But other than that, look, I'm excited about Bronner Brothers show, getting everybody there. It's just going to be so much fun. You know, we're going to bring some amazing products that I don't want to say nobody has.
Yeah.
But I might have had in my back pocket some of those like 26, 28 transparent full lace wigs with raw hair.
Oh, okay. Raw hair.
You better bring that bag for those. Actually, I have people need them right now. Some very popular, maybe, you know, people for videos and other stuff that you guys, you know, I like to listen to. And I'm just like, nah, I can't get it. Got to bring it to Bronner. You know, I'm really excited about this. And it's been like a year and a half. And I think we're going to have a blast. But on that same old private label, we opened Lithonia, which was exciting.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You know, Lithonia wasn't even really planned, but another hair company basically said, hey, we're not doing hair in the USA anymore. Take some of our stores. A little bit of a nightmare getting that open, which we'll have a whole nother episode about. But what's going on? I got some good stuff for you, too, for the web stuff. So, but what's been going on with you?
Everything is great. Planning a wedding, working with clients. Everything's going good.
I'm still waiting on that invite.
Invite
to the wedding?
You'll be there.
Okay. I actually was listening to our podcast at the gym today because I like to listen to it to see where I can improve.
For sure,
right?
yeah.
You know, despite us being in the top 1.5% of podcasts listened to globally, I'm trying to get us in that 1%. So I appreciate all you listeners.
Oh, for sure.
We talked about your wedding a little bit and I was still waiting for my invite. So it's just another day, another invite. Wait, but you know, that is what it is. But I am hyped to talk about the EdgifiHER. And I really like this product. I like the journey that Tiffany went through to get it because I understand what it takes. Most people see this and they're probably just like, oh, this is just another edge control brush, right? But people don't understand what it took to actually make something like this. To get a patent or something like some little jelly on that patent. I'm actually just talking to my patent lawyer. We're working on one right now. Which I'm definitely not telling you guys about till that boy is done. So I love that. So I can't wait to dig in and like really hear about the process, some of the struggles and kind of some of the ideas behind it. So I'm ready.
Oh yeah, let's get into it. So Tiffany, how are you today?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
First, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
For sure. Tell us a little bit about just your background or do you have a background in the hair industry? Like what made you want to come up with the EdgifiHER brush?
Okay, well, my background now is a freelance makeup artist as well.
Hence the brows. Okay, can we zoom in on the brows? Okay.
Thank you. But before that, I was in corporate America for 15 years working for one of the major railroad companies in the eastern region of the United States. And due to a layoff, I felt as though I was kind of pushed out. See if I could really do this entrepreneurship. I had always loved anything beauty, glam, hair, just people, family members doing hair and just being in the beauty industry always piqued my interest. So that was just a given for me to naturally navigate into the beauty industry. So due to the layoff, I really took to the entrepreneurship very seriously. A couple of years before that, however, me and my sister, we were just about to go somewhere, and I was doing her hair, and I was laying her edges with a toothbrush. And everyone knows for generations, that's what we always use for our edges. We wouldn't necessarily run to the grocery store to get a new toothbrush for our edges. It was usually a used old toothbrush, and we'll just throw some, gel on it and use our brushes. So actually the idea had been sitting in our hands literally the entire time. So we sat there and was just like, why are we still using a toothbrush? How can we make this more sanitary, more glamorous, going out in public, not having to, scrunch down in cars, before we get out to do our edges.
In the mirror, like, let me get it right.
Not knowing whether it's, looking in our car saying, what are they doing with the toothbrush to their edges? So we took our idea to paper, and we went and started sketching out different layouts of a brush. We didn't want to reinvent the wheel. So we definitely knew we wanted to stick with something as though a toothbrush, something that everyone's already familiar with using. So the EdgifiHER was born. We agreed on the drawing that we came up with. And we also knew that we had to create something that stood out from the rest. During that time, when you would go into a beauty supply store, you would go in and you see aisles and aisles of edge control, homemade, gel, whatever, but nothing that just stuck out. Okay, this is what you use to lay your edges with. I mean, now it's, they're we have competition, it's out there, but maybe just recent, like maybe 3 years ago, it wasn't like that. So we knew that we wanted to make it multifunctional. And
it's the bedazzle for me.
We knew we wanted to make it multifunctional, and what I mean by that, we have the rat tail endpoint, so that you can not only section your hair, part your hair. Women wear extensions. You're used to and so
is this a scratcher?
Yeah, you can scratch it.
My God. Oh my God!
You can get in between those tracks and get that itch for you. And also you can tease, and you can take care of your flyaway. So we knew we had to create something that set us apart from what was already out there, which is very limited. The EdgifiHER comes in 2 colors: metallic gold and chrome silver. But after the sketch, what we also wanted to do was to make sure that our product was protected, that we were protected. So we started seeking out patent lawyers, and we found one in Atlanta.
So before we get to the patent, no, you're fine, you're fine. But before we get there, I want people to understand the process of building a business, right? So, well, first, how did you guys come up with the name?
My sister actually came up with the name.
Okay.
We wanted to create a name, not only just a name, but a brand. And we wanted to, one day, we're still praying that it is a vernacular in the Webster Dictionary. So, people normally, even now with the products out there, baby hair brush, and that's what people know. But we wanted something that it would be a household name, EdgifiHER, an actual name to it. And we wanted to create a product that is for a woman that lives life on the edge, whether it's her profession, her love life, her hair. So with that, we put edge and her in it. So EdgifiHER.
Love it. So at any point were you guys nervous to start the business, or did you have any like mentors or people in your family who were entrepreneurs who you saw and you said, oh, we want to do this?
Very nervous because, again, I was in corporate. She, had a corporate job as well. And anything, when you start a business, you need funds. And again, we come from a background where we have family that was already in the beauty industry, whether it was selling hair extensions. We have aunties that had their own hair salons. So just growing up in that whole environment, starting a business with family is another issue.
Oh yeah,
it's me and my sister. We're Are
you guys close in age?
No, it's actually a 7-year age difference.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but she's my baby sister, but she's like the big baby. Like she,
Yeah.
tries to chastise me. But it worked great. It actually worked great because we had that one goal, not only to create a product, but to hopefully one day create where it becomes a big brand, where we're able to create jobs, not only for other family members, but for, for everyone.
Yeah.
Starting off with EdgifiHER, in order to try to gain funds for marketing and all that other good stuff that comes along with it, we did do the crowd market funding.
Okay.
Although it wasn't successful, we didn't let that stop us.
When you say crowd market funding, like a Kickstarter?
Kickstarter.
Yeah.
We didn't do GoFundMe. GoFundMe, I think any money that you raised, you could still get it, no matter what the goal was. But with Kickstarter, it was a little different. We set a goal. We set a goal, an actual number, and although we had money coming in, because we didn't reach that goal, we didn't get any of it.
Really?
Yeah.
So what does Kickstarter do with the money that you?
It never really takes it out of that person's account
Oh,
until
it's
that goal
authorized.
is met.
It's not
okay.
captured.
So
Oh,
just think
wow.
of that,
Okay.
people sending money, whether
Right.
it's family, friends, strangers, and we having to say, hey, we didn't reach our goal, but if you still, because they were thinking that, the money did go through and it hadn't.
So that's a learning lesson right there for people who are listening. If you're starting a business, whether it's in the hair industry or not, and you're looking to do crowdfunding, Kickstarter might not be the way to go if,
Right.
you're not sure about numbers and all that.
Yeah, I think it also depends on that initial raise, right?
Oh, yeah.
So maybe set
Right.
the standard.
Lower.
If you did it
Lower.
again,
Yeah.
right? Because now you're a better entrepreneur and you've learned, you
Right.
probably would have set it lower, something
Yeah.
a
Absolutely.
more obtainable goal.
True. Yeah.
And then hopefully it goes over and then continues the excitement that it's going over and everything else. So there's actually some marketing behind that, of setting a little bit lower goal and then having some marketing behind it exceeding the goal. Because it's something I actually looked into, because I always wanted to do a Kickstarter because I love the idea, but we never got to it. And I don't think I'm going to do one now.
Yeah.
Well, it was definitely, like you said, a learning experience.
Yeah,
For
but
sure.
it's good for people to learn that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Like it's interesting to really, and it is different than a GoFundMe where they just get
Yeah.
whatever money is out there.
Yeah.
But Kickstarter is a good way to launch a product. So
Oh,
you
yes,
are on the right
absolutely.
track,
Yeah.
just a little bit maybe on that
Doing a
gravel
little bit more
road.
research and, like
Yeah.
you said,
For sure.
knowing the numbers and knowing exactly how much you do need to just
Right.
kick it off.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure. So you guys didn't do the Kickstarter, and then you came back around. So how did you end up funding your very first bulk order?
Mommy and daddy.
Yeah,
Oh,
good old
okay.
parents.
Yeah.
They believed in us, and they believed in our product, and they went into their savings, and of course we brought forth our savings as well. But they helped us, and we were able to order our first, produce our first order of about 24,000.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so how long have you guys been doing the EdgifiHER? So we're in 2021 now. So when did you guys start? Like, when was the actual business started? Not like your first sale or just...
The actual business started in 2016, like the end of 2016.
Okay, so for 5 years.
Yeah, we actually have a parent. The parent company is Power of Women Enterprises, and EdgifiHER is under that.
Gotcha.
As the product. And also, as far as trying to obtain money or funding for our business, we also tried out for Shark Tank.
Oh,
In
nice.
2018,
Yes.
yeah, and we actually made it to that day. It was down at Battery Park. I think Battery Park had just opened not too long ago,
Okay.
and they had everyone come in and audition. And out of over 500 people, we were selected to move on to the interview process, and doing our elevator pitch in front of 2 or 3 producers, and they selected us to go to the next round where we had to do a video, and we submitted it. Although, we didn't hear anything back. It was just exciting because
That's a
we were
great
a brand new
experience.
company,
Yeah.
and just to see that, they were interested in what we were trying to sell and get out there on the market.
Yeah, Shark Tank's something that I also wanted to be on.
Yeah.
Actually, my first product, I was in the food industry back in 2006. The first product would have been perfect for
Oh, yeah.
Barbara. Like I had this Thai food product. Barbara would have just been like, "Oh, this is
All
so
over
good." This, that, the other, and that's what I would have needed because my first business ended up being a mess. But it was how I learned how to do a lot of other things.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so interesting for like from a product standpoint because have some manufacturing background on this kind of stuff. So like, this isn't something that it's just like you make a drawing and it's like, hey, here it is, right? So you probably have to do like a tooling process, or they make a mold for something like this, right?
Absolutely, they made a mold. And we also, even before that, after we did the sketching of the drawing, we, because like I said, we didn't want to deter from the toothbrush. So we came up with a list of companies that actually produce toothbrushes. And we drove, me and my sister and my cousin, because she's a part of the Power Women as well, we drove to Tennessee to a company that produces toothbrushes for Oral-B. So just all of this was just exciting. And just doing the R&D, it's like you said, it's not just drawing something and say, hey, I got a product, but just doing further research so you'll know what all goes into it, so you'll know about your product. But we went up there and they were, they were interested in, well, they were, we had a meeting with men and they didn't know anything as far as like, as women, what, and so as far as like African-American women using toothbrushes on our hair, so they were definitely interested. But
so basically you're saying you were in a room with a bunch of white guys.
Pretty much.
Yeah, okay. Just wanted to clear the area a little bit there, Yeah.
Pretty much. So they were really,
probably
like, we
lost.
them right. And we had to let them know. We will always use this reference, like, what does Snoop Dogg, J-Lo, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson have in common? I mean, people would think R&B or music, but no, it's baby hair. So, and you don't put two and two together. So we definitely have been educating people that is not aware of what goes into getting ourselves together on a daily basis.
Yeah. So you guys got the idea, you did the sketching, you tried to find manufacturers and stuff. What was that next step?
After we ended up finding a manufacturer overseas. Okay. We sent them the 3D. And like Mikey said, we actually found a company here in Atlanta that did the molding for us. Okay. And they were also interested in it. But when, you have all these different interests, then you have to split different monies and, that. So, but we had the molding. So that's what we sent off to the manufacturer overseas. And they were able to say, hey, we can do this for you, this number, and you have to, pay this amount for the minimum of quantity. So you definitely have to have the funds readily available. And then even with that, you have to consider shipping and taxes. Oh yeah, and it was definitely a learning experience.
Yeah. So as getting back to the molding real quick, because this is something new for a lot of people. A lot of listeners don't understand, the background of what it takes to actually make the product. So a mold is so they can make this in mass quantities. Can you tell me approximately how much it costs just to get the mold done for this? Because generally it's not like a couple $100.
No, it's not. It's more like a couple or a few $1,000s. And that's just for this one mold. And that mold didn't even include the bristles. I mean, it's very detailed when we were doing this, because once they did the plastic molding with the 3D, we had to tell them as far as like how many holes, what kind of bristles, were there boar bristles, or it was a lot more to it. But yeah, it definitely was a couple of hundred. It was about a couple of thousand for the mold itself.
Oh yeah. So we got the molding, we got the manufacturing done. What was like that next step? So we're walking people through how you started the business, like how you built the business for those people who say, hey, I want to start, a business. What was that next step?
Okay, after the molding, we sent it off, they sent it back, and the next step was incorporating the bristles, what kind of bristles we wanted. We definitely knew that we wanted to do black because using gel every day is so much gunk and it just looks so nasty. And we selected the bristles that we knew that were not too hard, because again, you're dealing with baby hair and that's fine hair, and you don't want any,
it's on someone's face.
Yeah, right. So, you have to consider like hair loss. So we kept it with medium bristles, and also bristles where if it does have gel buildup, you can just run it underwater, swirl it a couple of times, and it's gone.
Love it.
And it's gone. So after that, we put in the order. It took maybe about 2 or 3 months to get the order back.
Yes.
To get the order back. And also just going back and forth with the manufacturer to make sure that it's exactly what, we sent the mold over to them and they will send us back, whether it was pictures via email or an actual product for us to approve. So that process took about 2 or 3 months. And during that time, while we're waiting on that, we were just trying to come up with a marketing plan of how we were going to push all these thousands of dollars of brushes out and pay my mom and dad back.
Yeah, sure. So because the funny thing is, like, and when you guys had that first shipment and you had it shipped over here to the U.S., was it shipped by container? Because it's 24,000 pieces. It wasn't shipped by air, right? Or was it?
It was shipped by...
I think it was probably by... I mean, how about this? When those 24,000 units showed up, you probably looked at it and was like...
Where are we going to store all these?
Yeah, where are we going to store it? Holy cow, what are we going to do? Because I remember with my first product, it was a whole shipping container, like a 20-foot container, top to bottom. And it was these sauces. And I was just like, I was like, yeah, when it comes, we're going to get it out there. Da, da, da.
Yeah,
and
it was definitely a shipping container. Yeah.
And then when it shows up, you're just like, oh my God, what did I do?
Yeah.
Did you have that feeling kind of like a little overwhelming?
Yes. And we didn't. And to be honest with you, we stored them at a time in my sister's garage at that time.
Of course.
Boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes. But I mean, at the same time, we were happy. We were excited, But it was a lot. Yeah. It was a lot.
Oh, no, I was going to say, how did the patent process go? Like, how long did that take?
The patent process, it definitely takes a minute. It's not something overnight, because what happens, once you present the product to the lawyer, and even before that, when you're telling people about your idea, we had NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, because you don't want someone to take your idea and run off with it or tweak it a little bit and say this is theirs. So like I said, you always want to make sure that you're protecting yourself and your product, whatever that is.
So did you guys start the patent process before you started actually selling the product, or was it after?
Oh, yes, before.
Okay.
Before. So the patent process, it took maybe about 18 months.
Yeah, it
maybe
takes
about
a while.
18 months.
And that's for your provisional patent, correct? Or was that for the full patent?
For the full patent, because there are different types of patents. What we did was a design patent.
Okay.
So no one can take this design. And now you're going to notice, because I'm on here, your viewers they'll like, we were the first ones with this rat tail tip.
Really?
Yes. Okay. Now you'll see that
they sell them in the beauty store.
Yeah. Now you'll see that other companies have this, or they may have added like a comb to the side, but we were the first ones with this tip. So again, the design patent, no one can take this.
This actual design. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, with the circle, like all the specs, they can't take this.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but they can add something to it. And like I said,
which is common.
Which is common.
Okay. And what about the name? Did you get the name?
We did trademark.
Okay, trademark. Yeah.
EdgifiHER.
So was that process kind of the same as well?
It was. It doesn't take as long to get a name trademark, but it takes money.
Yeah.
So I mean, you definitely want to put aside money for that. And to be honest with you, there are people that have, like, we probably could have started selling before that, but again, we wanted to protect ourselves. Yeah. So and that's what the patent lawyer is there for. If someone tries to take your name or your design, they make money off suing people. Yeah. So, but yeah, we've been told by some, well, you don't even have to get a patent, or, it takes that many times. I mean, it takes a long time, but we decided to go that route.
And that's a good route to go.
Yeah, I think it's a good asset for your company, yourself, your company.
Then I'm an inventor. Like I have the number, so I'm an inventor.
Yeah, I think it's really special. I actually have a friend, and one of my best friends was been telling me about him for a while. So you guys know the Ring doorbell, right? Mm-hmm. So he created, and it's patent, this Ring doorbell goes into some little sleeve that slides onto your door. So like an apartment, you can't install a Ring doorbell at your apartment. Everybody wants these Ring doorbells, or it's brick outside. You don't necessarily want to drill into the brick. Mm-hmm. So it's a sleeve that goes on, and he sold a ton of them. Oh, wow. He has the patents, and then it ended up being like one of those marketing companies that are like a Snuggie, the same company that marketed Snuggie and blew that up big. they're doing with his product.
Oh, wow.
And Ring is even promoting his product.
Wow.
awesome,
That's
too.
And
awesome.
now that it's all protected, that's when I heard all this, and we were out to dinner. I'm thinking, I was like, oh, I'm getting myself a patent. and then like it was just one of those things. I was like, it's you think about your business is someone, I don't build a business for someone to buy it. That's not my intention, right? I build a business to create something special. But if someone did sit you down and say, hey, what are the assets of the business? It's a lot different for someone to say, hey, yeah, we have these products. This one has a patent. Here's the information. This name's trademarked. Here's the information. You're buying like some real, it has much more weight to it.
Yeah.
So that's what's so exciting about it. Now, but it is a lot more expensive to do so.
Yeah, it is.
As you went through.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So what would you say is probably like your biggest learning lesson building the business? The biggest obstacle that you guys came across?
I wouldn't say the biggest, but one of the biggest like obstacle would probably be just assuming or expecting that family or friends will support you.
Never heard that before.
Right. Yeah.
No, not to come off salty or anything like that. But just because I know with my family, we have a huge family. So even with the Kickstarter thing, we just knew we were going to make that goal because my grandfather on my mom's side had 18 kids. So, just a huge family. So we just knew we were going to attain that goal without a problem. And it kind of, when we didn't achieve that goal, it kind of shut us down, But like I said, we pushed forward, we kept it moving. So just if you ever, I would suggest to people don't get into that mindset that you know that someone's going to support you.
For sure.
For whatever reason. They may not have it to support you or, they may not see the vision that you have. Don't let that deter you or get you down. You just continue to go because a lot of your supporters will come from people that you do not know.
For sure.
We get a lot of sales from all over. And it just, when I see a sale from, California or New York or Wisconsin or North Dakota, it's like, oh my God, my product is all the way over there, not someone that is in my hometown, So,
oh, for sure.
So that probably was an eye opener or a lesson learned.
Yeah, we talk about that all, like literally. I talk about it in my book. We talk about it all the time, like in our Facebook group, because if family does support you, that's icing on the cake.
For sure.
But, the cake is not your friends and family.
Right.
Right. So you have to think about that because if you're building a business because you think you're going to get that, but you have to remember, and this is the thing a lot of people don't understand is most of your friends and family have never been an entrepreneur. They don't have, they're not an entrepreneur. So they don't understand what that little bit of support to you will do for them.
Yeah.
Like for me, when I published my book and I was like, guys, it's only 99 cents this week on Kindle. Can you please
that sale,
can you please just go buy it? It'd be great if you read it, but please go buy it and then maybe read it and then leave me a review.
Yeah.
It was pulling teeth just for someone to spend 99 cents. My friends. People have bought nice tequila for and this, that, the other. But that's reality. They don't understand. But they don't understand. Most of them corporate jobs or this, that, the other. They don't understand that that little bit of difference that they can make. They don't really understand that because of how it all compounds.
Yeah, right. That's so true. So when you guys got started, did you build your own website or did you guys outsource?
We outsourced.
Okay.
We outsourced. And going back, and the website, we were satisfied with it. Reached out to one of our friends, Bree, that, we had seen some of her work before.
Okay.
And although we outsource now with all the things that you can kind of do yourself, that could have probably been money that we could have saved. But you definitely want to, coming out, you want to do it the right way.
For sure.
You want to leave it to someone that's their expertise.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
So you guys have a product. What website platform did you use? Shopify. Okay, perfect. So we always recommend using either Shopify or WordPress, but Shopify is literally,
It's so user-friendly.
Yeah, it is. Did you want to talk some about Shopify? You look like
I love Shopify. Actually, it's funny because you don't even know this yet, Zakiyrah. So, we've built more hair extension websites than anyone in the world in the last 5 years. Like, no one's even close to us.
Yeah.
Right? It's just what we do, right? So we had been building them on WordPress and Shopify. And by the time this comes out, it's going to be like whatever. It's not that big for most people anyway. But, we're actually no longer going to build sites on WordPress.
Oh.
So our goal is, because Shopify over the last 2 years has gone so above and beyond in e-commerce with their partnerships with Google, with Facebook, and all this other kind of stuff. We want to make sure that our clients are on the best platform. And then as a team, we can focus 100% on the Shopify knowledge to help our clients be better instead of having to know both. Because, you just learning Shopify is enough. Imagine having to learn WordPress too. So, and when it comes to customer support, Shopify has the 24/7.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Which is part of that monthly fee that you're paying. So I think it's great you're on Shopify.
And they also have classes. They
they have tons of stuff because they don't want you contacting them. Right. And I don't mean that in a bad way. They're like, here's information, learn it, and then call us if you get
If you have questions,
stuff.
then give me a call back.
Yeah. So it's great that you're on that. So what do you do for like your marketing? Are you, just in general, what are you doing for your marketing?
Well, right now we're trying to revamp because a lot had happened in 2020, with sales and the pandemic and just dealing, with family, certain things that went on last year. So we're trying to revamp as far as marketing. Right now we are still, we're on social media. We put out different sales, different holidays.
Are you guys doing any advertising, like ads, Facebook advertising, or?
Oh yes.
Okay.
We run the Facebook advertising.
Okay.
So right now we're in that revamping, trying to relaunch.
Okay. So as far as, did you have something you want to add to?
Yeah, I was going to say, have you tried not even necessarily reaching out to stylists, but just picking, my goal is I pick 50 stylists that we want to do business with. I just start sending them stuff. They don't know who we are.
Oh yeah, well, in the past, and that was part of our marketing plan as well. Back then, we were more so focused on like the mega influencers, but we've also learned since then it's the micro influencers.
Oh yeah,
they have. We were trying to target the celebrity hairstylist, Tated, and just different. Not to call out different names, but just because they have a massive following, but. We learned that even though you're sending it to someone that maybe have 4 or 5 million followers, do those followers necessarily go purchase products that they're promoting, or are they just liking the pictures that they have? And there's nothing wrong with that. So you want to consider who you're sending your product to, who you want to select to represent your brand.
For sure.
And who interacts with their followers as well. So that's what we definitely have a list of people that we've sent it out to, and we come out with emails that we send out to this person and try to run different contests or get our followers up. And by the way, on Instagram we are EdgifiHER.
Yeah, sending it to these people with just millions, they get so much stuff.
Yeah,
it's really like hitting the lottery to get something like that, where you're going to get them to actually talk about it or other stuff. So I think going the micro influencer route
is great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. So how do you guys do your shipping? Do you guys ship on your own, or
we do it all on our own?
You do.
And the platform that we use is XPS.
Okay, that's something new.
Okay.
Have you heard of XPS?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so what are like the benefits of using XPS?
It's also tied to our Shopify.
Okay.
And it's very user friendly. It's very user friendly, and you can select how you want to mail it, whether it's first class, second day. It's just user friendly.
Okay, yeah, that's another option. I don't know if it's less expensive than ShipStation, but might be something we can.
And I have also heard of ShipStation as well, but with XPS, I can say that you just load up $25 at a time, and as you ship, as it comes out of that, they'll ask you to, send some more money, so it can already be on your account.
Yeah, sure.
Gotcha.
It's very easy.
Oh, yeah, that's really good. Yeah, so now you guys are in a revamp stage now. What is something that you guys are looking to revamp when it comes to either product or how it's presented, the brand? Are you guys adding anything to the brand? What does that look like?
Just at the moment, when we first came out, I mean, you have all these ideas. You want to add all these products, but we figured that we just want to focus on, the two that we have. But since then, we also have the bling edgifier, and we get these custom made.
Oh yeah, that is.
Yeah, these are really pretty.
When I come around the corner,
so that's for people that love their baby
Woo!
hair, but the people that are a little bit more flashy,
for sure.
And like all the
bling. Oh, that boy flashy, all right. I like that. And, no, but this looks really good. Like it's really
for sure.
It's a lot, but it's not overly done like how they try to put it every single place.
Oh, yeah.
This
and
is
we
like
definitely couldn't hide the edgifier.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, this is nice
and
it's
still functional. We made sure that it didn't go all the way down to the tip, so you can still section and part your hair and tease and scratch. Also for marketing, we do a lot of expos as well. I'm actually going to be involved in a bridal expo at the very beginning of August.
Oh,
a
nice.
Wedding expo.
Okay.
So just seeking out different things of how you can get your product out. I figure with bridal expos, this can be the perfect little gift to put into your goodie bag for your bridal party.
Oh, yes.
And to give your stylist the day of the wedding to do your edges. And also just for a woman to have on her, and I mean, men can use these as well, because we were going to do Edgify him. But, for their beard, their brush, they can pick with it. I know a lot of barbers color their hair as well. This can be used, it can sustain, coloring and dyeing as well. So, yeah, we do expos as well.
This is something that it would be, I was thinking about when you're talking about for the bridal. I was like, this would fit it great in a stocking. Like this
stocking stuffers.
Yeah, like stocking stuffer or something like that.
Oh, okay. So have you guys thought about getting into stores or?
Oh, I'm sorry. We are in a couple of Black-owned beauty supply stores.
Oh, nice.
There's one in Conyers, and I will look up the name. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine.
The name, but we're also in Norcosco, which is a makeup store in Buckhead.
That's where I get my Ben Nye powder from.
Oh, yeah. So, but yeah, we're in there, and we have we have our picture right in the front in the window.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about that partnership. Like, was it hard getting in there? Did you kind of have a connect, or was it just?
I would go in there because of the freelance and makeup,
right.
And I befriended the marketing manager, Megan, and she's the absolute sweetest. And she's all about supporting women businesses and just everything that we had going on, and she believed in the product as well, and she didn't have anything in the store already like this. And even when I do makeup gigs or go on production, I'll make sure I have my edgifier, because of course it's hairstylist there as well, just to have it a part of their kit. So she agreed to get a certain quantity, and it's been in there ever since.
Love it.
So we also tried to do back a couple of years ago, Macy's had this thing where you could sell products through their marketplace.
Oh, nice.
So we submitted an application for that, but I forget what happened with it. But yeah, we do try to get onto different places.
I can see this doing well on Amazon.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Have you guys thought about that avenue, Amazon?
We did, and like I said, we're going back and
revamping.
Stuff. Yeah,
gotcha.
Lots happening for the second half of 2021 for the EdgifiHER brand. I feel like it's going to be interesting to watch.
Oh yeah. So
we're excited.
I was about to say, what's one thing you're excited about coming up? Is it the revamp and?
I'm excited about the revamp. It's a lot of things, like a lot of learning lessons that we didn't know. Just birthing a product from the beginning. Yeah. And the end, hopefully, we're very successful and it's all over. And it's a household name. That's what I really want. And whether you're using an actual edgifier or still a toothbrush or another brand, I want you to know, where's your edgifier? I want you to ask someone, you have an edgifier? Yeah. I just want people to get edgifier etched in their brain. But But I am definitely excited about rebranding and relaunching and coming out with some more exciting things and just doing more things in the community.
Yeah.
Whether, give backs and having like beauty expos for little girls and having EdgifiHER a part of that.
Love it. Love it. So what's one thing that you would leave people with when it comes to actually starting a business from scratch? What is like one tip that you would share?
Know everything about your product.
That's really good. Yeah.
Know everything about your product.
Yeah, that's really good.
And I was going to say, if you can remember, she also said she started this in 2016.
Yeah.
We're now in 2021. So she is on this course where she understands that, not all businesses are overnight successes.
For sure.
No matter how hyped up you are and, excited about your product.
Yeah.
And try to excite
that
others.
doesn't really matter. But it's the persistence and you just keep going is the only way you're going to win.
Yeah.
So it's great to have somebody that is, in year 5, okay, we got to pivot a little bit, make some changes, do a little bit of this, that, to be able to really keep the product going and push the product, because you have the patent, you have the name. It's a great looking product. I could definitely see this doing very well. So it's just a matter of getting it in more people's hands.
Right.
It's going to be key.
Yeah.
And of course, we'll have links to the EdgifiHER in our show notes, so
For sure.
you too can pick one up. I think that's something you would like to support, and we'll put it in our Facebook group and whatnot. So I think it's great, and I think that is great for people to listen that really hone in on that. It's been like at least 5 years.
Yep.
You're in half a decade in on this product, and still understanding that I need to make changes. I need to keep pushing. I need to do this, that, because it doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
what Instagram says.
Right.
Right. And
So
also,
just
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I want to give you guys a discount code for your viewers. If they want to purchase, they can have a discount code.
Oh, yeah, we can do that now, actually. If you just tell us what the website is, and then you can restate your Instagram and then let them know what the code is.
As
We'll
a matter of
actually
fact, because you're
put it
using
in.
Shopify, you can create a discount code, send us a special link. So the link in the description will automatically give you a discount, because we love Shopify and we know its capabilities. And we're going to make it easier for the listeners.
Right.
So if you're just
I'll
listening on
get
your
you that
mobile, you can definitely hit in the description the link that is going to automatically give you a discount. So make sure you click that link and check it out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And again, our website is EdgifiHER.com, and we are also EdgifiHER on Facebook as well as Instagram.
Yeah, we'll have links to all that so you can follow Tiffany's journey, which it's been a journey.
Yeah.
And
But it's very cool, like, her going through. It's not many times you're going to meet people that go through the tooling process, the manufacturing
Right.
process, the patent process. Like it's a lot that she did just for this one product. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's very, you have to respect that she's gone through all this to create such a great product.
Thank you.
And then also, just for spelling purposes, it's EdgifiHER.
Right.
EdgifiHER. All right. Thanks so much, Tiffany, for joining us. You have an amazing story. I love this product. I definitely will be using it, because I'm not even gonna lie, I have a toothbrush at home that I'm using.
Throw it away.
Rub
Throw
my
it away
edges.
and put that. You keep that in your purse. Keep one
Yes.
at home. Keep
Yes.
one at home and keep one in your purse.
Yes.
There
So
you
you want
go.
to
I
buy
love
two.
it.
You want to buy two at one time.
I love it. So I'm excited about that. Just make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe. We're on all platforms. If you have any guests that you want to hear from, make sure you jot those down so we can get them on the podcast. And just leave us a great review. We're excited about our listeners. We're grateful for you guys. So, yeah.
That's it. Thank you, guys. We'll have another episode for you next week.